What I've got today is the illustrated range. I don't have all of these ones, unfortunately, because they're beautiful, but I'm going to show you the selection I've got at home. They're all hardback books, and these make beautiful gifts or just a nice collection to keep and kind of go back to and reread. Three in the middle here are ones that came out very recently. They're the Forgotten Fairy Tales. It focuses at the start, Brave and Brilliant Girls. They're all hardback. We've got a contents page there. We've got a foreword by Kate Pankhurst, who has a very successful range herself of the great women that she writes and illustrates. And then it says how these are fairy tales from across different countries, different cultures, and they're ones that are not as famous as the ones that we might see, such as Cinderella, Snow White, the more Disney ones, but they are some of the other fairy tales, and these are the ones that the princesses do not sit around and wait to be rescued. They get on with sorting themselves out. Following on from that, it introduced more of these stories from around the world, again looking at different times across history, different cultures. We've got Mulan, Nana Boeli, Vasilia and Prince Vladimir, Remy and the Egg Clans, The Legend of Tokyo, The Dragon Slayer, The Sleepwatchers and The Warrior Queen. So while the children might know some like Mulan, the others are all going to be very new. There are these wonderful glossy pages, beautiful illustrations that match where the story has come from. And they are just lovely. I say luxury books, but they're not priced to be luxury, if that makes sense. So they feel wonderful, but they're affordable, so there's nothing to stop everyone from having these. And the last one we've got is Kindness and Courage. It's really important to be kind, so these kind of stories illustrate that. We've got The Prince in the Tower, The Cuckoo Clock, The Girl in the Book, The Princess and the Goblins, The Water Babies, Amelia and the Elves, and The Ruby Ring, and then some more information about the stories, because again these are traditional folk stories, legends, fairy tales from across the world that they're republicising and bringing out. The other illustrated collections, there is lots of them. If I show you here, we've got 10-minute stories, bedtime stories, Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales, stories of dragons, classics such as The Secret Garden, pirate stories, stories from Aesop's Fables, more fairy tales, stories from China. There is also myths around the world, Grimm's fairy tales, nursery rhymes, stories for children, illustrated stories of King Arthur, and oh no, we've got China here. So there is more in the range that are available. If I can show what they look. They are this beautiful hardbound, they are the glossy pages, they are the wonderful illustrations, and they kind of contain a selection of chapter books within them. So this is the classics. We've got Railway Children, Wizard of Oz, Secret Garden, Black Beauty, Little Women and Heidi. These make great gifts, something they're going to treasure, look back on, reread. I know some of these are actually my daughter's, and they are ones that she will go back to and she'll read them again. They also have this lovely bookmark in them, so you can keep your page where you're up to, so you're not trying to read all of it in one go. Back we get out the pirate stories. This is a good one. It's The Boys Enjoy This One. Slightly shorter stories here, and they're stories that they not know, so they're not traditional stories. But again, they've got this nice large print text, space in between the words, lots of beautiful illustrations. And these ones are shorter stories, so they're not coming in chapters. But you could read a short story in that 5 minutes before bedtime, or 5 minutes that they've got. And again, it's got the bookmark tucked in just over there. Just trying to show you a quick glimpse inside lots of these stories from China. So these are lovely if you're trying to find out more about different cultures, different countries. And the illustrations here I think is really nice because they match those traditional stories. And I've got lots more new tales there. Dragons. And again, common with the other ones, it's the glossy pages, it's the hardbacks, they're going to be nice and hard wearing. I've got the large print, beautiful illustrations, wonderful bookmark in there. And just, well, the amazing stories. I probably should have said more about these, but these stories are so readable. The children really get lost into them, which is fantastic. So these are the illustrated range. The prices do vary. They start from about £10 up to £14 for some of the larger ones. But remember, you can be using your World Book Day tokens with these. And if you let me know what you're looking for, I can do you a video just of that one if you wanted to see more information inside it.